Good morning and welcome to the Old Mutual Personal Finance Advisor webinar. My name is Duran Nagia. I am the Head of Talent Acquisition for Old Mutual Personal Finance. I'm joining you this morning from our offices in Panelist, Cape Town. Thank you for joining the session as we delve into the exciting career of a financial advisor. Our purpose this morning is to give you as much valuable insights into the career of a financial advisor, the industry, as well as much information to assist you in making an informed decision to pursue this career. Throughout the webinar, you'll hear from financial advisors as well as leadership that are in various stages of their career journey. They will share with you their experiences in the career path in terms of the purpose the job offers, as well as the robust support that is in place to assist one to pursue a successful career in financial advice. We are seeking graduates with an NQF Level 7 qualification and 3 years experience. We also welcome career changes in professions such as teaching, accounting, estate planning, and property management, who excel in building relationships and coaching individuals towards building their lifetime career goals, especially if you have an established network that you wish to support, impact, and influence. If you're not ready to leave your day job just yet, we have the opportunity for you to join us as a part-time financial advisor, where you can earn extra income while building your career and portfolio in financial advice. Please keep an eye out for the link in the chat where you will be directed to our career page, where you can apply for vacancies that are suitable to you. We trust that you enjoy the session with us today. Right now, let's cross over to Mbali Kubeka and our panel in our offices in Sandton, Johannesburg.
Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for allowing us to come to you and present our story. We'd like to welcome everybody from all walks of South Africa. We are reporting to you live from our Sandton offices, which is One Mutual Place. My name is Mbali Kubeka, and I am here with my beautiful panel who are part of the Personal Financial Advice segment, which is actually part of the oldest and most successful segments within Old Mutual. We have the privilege of being part of Old Mutual's 179 in practice. So yeah, thank you so much. We'll go live now and ask our panel a couple of questions. But before we go there, I'd like for everyone to introduce themselves, and I'll start on my far left.
Hello, I am Pamela Nkosi. I'm a business manager based in Sandton office.
Hi, it's Hilton Joffe. I'm part of the top 25 advisors, been here 34 years, looking after clients, and I'm in advisory only.
Hello, I am Shiksha Daulat Singh. I'm an attorney by profession, and I'm a regional manager in the Gauteng province based in Pretoria.
I'm Bali. I'm Sizwe Machaka. I'm a financial advisor within the Sandton region.
Hi there, Mbali. I am Shaylin Bobby, and I'm one of the newest personal financial advisors here at Old Mutual.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Shaylin. Just quickly, why did you choose Old Mutual?
So for me personally, the reason why I chose Old Mutual is not only because they've been around for 179 years, but growing on that foundation makes me feel that I'm also going to be leaving a legacy, just as what Old Mutual has been doing.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. And Hilton, how long have you been with us? I know you mentioned it, but why are you still with Old Mutual?
So I've been here now 34 years. Why am I still here? Because it's the greatest company and the greatest job in the world. And I'm excited every day. I have a fun day every day. So my fun that I have is visiting my clients and doing what I do. I have a huge team, and this is fun. I have fun every day.
Fantastic. And Sizwe, how did you get into this industry?
I started with Academy. So in Old Mutual, we have something that we call Academy Advisors. So that's where you start. They train you, they make you competent, and then when you're ready, you go out in the world and sign clients. Yeah, so that's how I started.
Fantastic, thank you. And I know, Pamela, you are a career changer.
Yes.
So why did you decide to join Old Mutual?
Bali, I was in the media industry for about 9 years. So I had the privilege of having a financial advisor that was helping me with my financials, especially investment planning, and I loved what she was doing. And in terms of my qualifications, I have a background in economics, and I thought, you know what, I'd love to make a difference in people's lives, and I found my why when I joined the industry.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And Shiksha as well, I know that you are an elevated profile. How has the change been for you throughout the years that you've been with Old Mutual?
Well, I'm in my 11th year with Old Mutual, and being in the legal profession, you get to see a lot of people in unfortunate circumstances, and they're unable to get out of it because of their financial situation. And when an opportunity with Old Mutual presented itself, I saw that it could change many lives. An opportunity to financially educate the citizens and make a better place one by one. So I found my purpose with Old Mutual.
Fantastic. Thank you for that, Shiksha. Right, so we all know that Old Mutual is all about building fulfilling careers, you know, for each individual that's here. So I just wanted to find out from you guys, what does this career mean to you and your family? So I'll ask you to answer, Pam.
Thanks, Mbali. When I joined the industry, my child was 2 years old, right? And now she's 11 years old. And what has the career done in my family is that I did not know much about financial planning. And I had a financial advisor. Yes, she took care of my investment planning. However, when I joined the industry, I got to learn more about financial planning and to help others, you know, other families, because it has helped my family, and it's time for me to actually pay it forward by making a difference in other families.
Yeah, that is true. Do you want to add to that, Shaylin?
Definitely, you know, I agree so much with what Pam is saying, that you need to grow together. And the only way that is possible is by aligning your specific goals with the goals that Old Mutual is already bringing. Because if it is not in alignment, the reality is not going to meet the expectation, you know?
That is true. That is true. Thank you for that. And Caesar, what has Old Mutual offered you to help you grow in your current role?
Look, it offered me everything, in my opinion. Firstly, a home. This is a home for me because they took me in when I knew nothing about the industry. They trained me. Once I was competent, they allowed me to share their goodwill. Because, you know, when you go out to the community or to the people, they recognize Old Mutual. Yeah. It's not a pop-up shop. It's been here for years. Yeah, so they've offered support and so many things I could go on.
That's fantastic. Thank you. And you know, just going back to Pam, coming from another industry into this beast, which is amazing and making you lots of money. What support did you get to make sure that you actually have the success and the drive that you currently have?
Mbali, I had the privilege of working with a vesting specialist, and now we call them development coaches, right? A person that holds your hand and supports you. But we also have established financial advisors, people that are experienced. So it was important for me to build relationships with those people so that I can learn from them, because I wanted to build a career, you know, out of, you know, this journey of financial planning. I was passionate about it, and I'm still passionate about it. So the support was immense. The training provided was good. It helped me to be grounded and to be able to have a meaningful conversation with my clients.
Great, thank you. And you know, talking about clients, we obviously want to build lifelong relationships with our clients. So I'll just ask Hilton to just touch on a scenario, a case where you actually assisted a client in making the lifelong goal of meeting their financial goals, or, you know, getting them out of debt or assisting them with investments.
I mean, I've got so many incidences over the 34 years where I've planned people's lives, put them on the right train to their destination. No one can be the best financial planner because it's a fluctuating landscape. But just to give you an example, I mean, I had one client, just taking one example, where I looked after the family, the parents, and I was looking after the children. And I had made a promise to the parents or the father that if he wasn't here one day, he mustn't worry about anything with his children and his wife. Your money will be fixed up and it would take 4 weeks. That's what I sold to them because I planned it over the period of time of 12 years. Anyway, last year he passed away. And then they came back to me. And then they said, okay, now we've got to do all these things. Well, I had everything planned, exactly what I'd promised. Within 3 weeks, I had all the money paid out to the mom and to the sons. There was no waiting periods. Everything was what I promised for 12 years. It all had the beneficiaries. I'd looked after the family and they were beyond happy. In fact, they want to write a little book about how I did that. And I said, no, I promised you this is what's going to happen. I stood by you right throughout the plan. And I did what my job is. I looked after the family financially, and from now on they'll be looked after for the rest of their lives. Wow. So that makes me excited because I did my job, and it was exactly what I said. So that sort of excitement of helping and putting people in the right position, that's exciting to me. So it's not the money that I earn. It is, first of all, to make sure that the client's happy, that you're doing the right things. From then on, everything falls into place. So now I've got 1,200 clients. So you can imagine my future is, I'm 65 now, I think my future is just starting. Because I'm going to look after these people forever, as long as I'm alive. So it's great.
That is true. Thank you so much. And yeah, well done on that, Hilton. Shiksha, I just want to touch on the entrepreneurship, that Old Mutual fosters in us. I mean, yes, we are here, we're building a career. This is not a job. It's a career, right? So how have you found purpose in Old Mutual offering you the freedom to exercise your entrepreneurial skills?
So one of the best things is we have a whole set of tools that we use. We have coaches who help us develop our skills so that when we engage clients on any manner, be it a virtual client, face-to-face, telephonic, we are giving them the best financial advice. We take them through a great process. But the entrepreneurial spirit comes in when we get to engage the client. We get to engage clients who meet us, or shall I say, who fits into our profile of strengths. So we come with a team. Hilton here, he's got a team behind him. All advisors do, who support us in the advice that we give. Our entrepreneurial spirit is further encouraged by giving us the flexibility to ensure that the advice that we give, we are able to back it up at all times.
Exactly. That is true. Thank you so much. Would you like to add to that, Sizwe?
The support is immense. I could think of myself when I meet a client, if they don't have estate planning in place or will. It's not just me who talks to the client. There's a whole department behind it. I can even invite someone from legal, a legal advisor to sit in, just in case the person's estate is large, anything larger than 5 million. I always consult somebody else. I'm not just alone. So there is a support structure behind us. For those guys who are very astute with their investments, they don't just want any fund. I invite specialists, guys from PCS, we have guys from Wealth, they can sit in with us. So that offers support to you as an advisor. You're not just there alone doing your own thing. You have a whole structure behind you.
Fantastic, thank you. Or you can just call on Hilton.
Or you can call Hilton.
I'm there.
Thank you for that. And I mean, we've already built these lifelong relationships, working relationships. We're making a success in people's lives and everything else. How would your clients best describe you in one word?
For me personally, I would say patient. Fantastic. The reason why I would choose patient is because we are in the business of creating an environment where clients feel safe. They want to make sure that, God forbid, if they are disabled, unexpectedly, they maybe pass away, what is left for your loved ones, And if we cannot give them surety, we are wasting our time and we're wasting the client's time at the end of the day.
That is true.
So by having patience, that allows for me to explain to the customers what are they getting themselves into. so that you understand what is the expectation, so that when the event happens, God forbid, we never know when somebody is going to pass on or not. But we want to make sure that that person knows the family is secure. And it takes a lot of patience to go through it, go through with them, making sure that they know that you are always there to clear up anything, because confusion does not equal someone feeling content with what they bought.
That is true. Thank you for that. And on your side, Susie?
For me, my clients would describe me as available, because in this industry, what you must do is be there when the client needs you. Some clients have products with us or anybody else. However, when the time of need arises, whoever assigned those products or services is not there. So you have to be available and present to your clients, be it they come to you at your office or you travel to their home, and then you help them out with whatever they need in their time of need.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Susie. And on your side, Shiksha?
Well, thank you for coming to me third, because I had to think about it a bit. I think whoever I engage, there's two words. It's creative, and I'm a coach. So we deal with different types of clients. We deal with clients at different stages of their life. And it's really exciting to be able to show them the different offerings of financial planning, but in different ways, in different methods. And what's even more exciting is to coach them through difficult times. And like Shaylin has mentioned, patience is so important, because some clients have circumstances that force them to make some rash decisions, but you're there to coach them into saying, you know what, we will get this together. These are the options to achieve your financial planning goals without the big disruption.
Fantastic. Thank you for that, Shiksha. And on your side, Hilton?
I think my clients, if they spoke about me, would say my confidence in when I approach them. The client must always be relaxed and be happy with me, number one. If I don't know something, I'll always ask more and more experts. But when I approach the client, I can always quite confidently say we're going to find a solution here, a workable solution into what we're doing here. Most people haven't got fortunes of money or are not doing sensible things with their money. I'm the one who puts them on the train, so instead of going up to a war, they're going down to Cape Town. So my train, what I do is my balanced approach to people's lives comes across within an hour. So that's, I think, what it is. Just the confidence that I have, and that I am relaxed with them, and I don't panic about anything. And they're all happy with me. So the fact that they're all with me, most of them, 99% of my clients, mean I must be doing something right, because it's 33 years.
Wow. All right, on my side, excellence. As Old Mutual, we believe that we should put our clients first. And we adhere to the TCF outcomes, treating clients fairly, which means that post-sale, I must still be available to support my client and hold their hand. I must not disappear, do a hit and run. So excellence, that's the word for me.
Beautiful. That is beautiful. Thank you so much for such a wonderful close-off. Thank you so much, guys, and I hope that you are being inspired by the stories that you are hearing. Feel free to ask any questions that you might have in the comment section. Alternatively, just call Hilton.
That's a vote of confidence.
Thank you.
I'm feeling pretty good about that.
So we'll just move on, and I just want to understand how you empower your clients throughout, your history of being with Old Mutual. It is very important. We already hear fostering relationships with them. So I just want to know, besides you going to them and saying, hey, here's a life cover, take it out for your benefit, how do you assist them or help them to achieve their financial goals? You can just give me a scenario, Pam, and also how did that make you feel?
I have two examples, Mbali. About a month ago, we had a financial wellness session where we invited some key stakeholders, business people, to educate them about financial planning. And what they do, they take this information and share with their employees. And that's making a difference, And secondly, meeting with one-on-one clients that are struggling, that are overly indebted, and they don't know how to come out of that situation. It fulfills me in such a way that this person actually did sit down and think that I actually need to sit down with a financial planner that's going to help me to come out of this situation. And it gives me a chance to educate them about budgeting, about spending, and having a financial goal that will help them to create wealth, not for themselves only, and for their families.
That is true. Thank you, Pam. And I understand that this industry or this profession, it's not just a job, it's a calling. Yes. So I just want to understand, do you guys feel the same way as what Pamela has confirmed in terms of, when she helps her clients to meet that goal? Like, does it really make you sleep better at night?
No, it does. Being of service to someone is still the ultimate aim. If you look at the strongest people in the world and the richest people in the world, they do something that is of service to the community and of service to someone. So first of all, the best is giving. So when you give, it's better than receiving. So when I can take a person that's really stressed out, that has a multitude of family problems, financial problems, and I can sit down with a my Cokie pen and my pad, and I can start getting a picture of them on a survey. I'm not selling anything. I'm getting a painting of them. And then I can actually put them in a place that they know where they're going, and they're getting to be more au fait of what the next 3 to 5 years holds. That makes me happy. So I get happy when the person is now on the right track. Because not 90%, let's say 85% of people are not on track. 85% of people can't retire. 85% of people don't know where they're going. So that's an obsession of mine, to bring the balance into their life. I love that. Whatever it is, we're talking about family or money. My joy is being of service and getting the feedback from them that they are now achieving, which they weren't achieving. When I met them, they were a wreck. Now they are a little bit more on track and they know where they're going. That's my job. And from there on, the relationship keeps going. And it'll go on as long as I'm with them.
Thanks for that, Hilton. And do you think, since joining this industry, did you find your purpose?
Oh, absolutely. No question. There is no better industry than this. If you are prepared to work hard, and if you're prepared to now not start off with a salary, like a normal job, where you're going to get X amount of money and a little pension fund and you want to start off and grow a career, there is no better industry than this. Yes. If you're prepared to work hard. And if you're prepared to do the right things, A, B, C. And my thing has always been, visit your clients, visit your clients, visit your clients. As long as you're having a cup of coffee and talking about their lives, they love to talk about their lives, they love to hear their names, they love to be with you. That's the part. Because when you're coming, it's not a burden. It's a joy. Hilton's coming to see me again. Let me see how I'm growing, what's happening in my life. That's important for me. Because from there on, it just grows and grows. I'm not selling anything. It's a lifestyle of how you achieve a better balance.
Thank you so much, Hilton. And Caesar, you are not really fairly new. I mean, you are 4 years into the industry. Do you think that you found your purpose, or still finding your purpose?
I'm on my journey, to be honest. But helping people is quite fulfilling. When you meet a client and they have an idea of what they want, but they don't know how to get it, then a guy like me, I get to be the shepherd and show them this is how we do this, for what reason we're doing it as well. So it's quite important for me to be there for my clients. So that's very fulfilling for me. Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. Old Mutual, obviously, we are everywhere, right? We are within our communities. We just all over the show. We don't only offer advice, but we give back to our communities, So, and I mean, our mark is it's noticeable, So, Shikta, I just want you to just talk me through, the initiatives that comes through from the corporate social initiatives, how they impact your community. And how are you receiving that?
So I mean, that's what's great about finding purpose, especially with Old Mutual, is that this initiatives basically work with you. So Old Mutual, we partner up with, for example, the Gift of the Givers. We then have a lot of initiatives, not just Nelson Mandela Day, but throughout the year, we are going to the community, educating the community, giving them support. Natural disasters, you know, South Africa is recently not new to it, but we see the community needing us not just for that moments. We help build homes, and not just help, I mean literally help. We get together with other Old Mutual staff and physically with our own hands build homes. And it is so empowering, so endearing that even though we are able to help, just say for an example, an unfortunate situation where a spouse passes away, you get the surviving spouse, the wife phones, does not know where to do, but you're able to calm her, help her with the funeral arrangements by getting the funeral paid out. Life cover gets paid out, and then when you go back to see that family a year or so later, you get to see the family thriving. And that's what makes it great, because it becomes full circle. In my role as regional manager, my client is my advisors here. We help and grow, develop each advisor that comes through, and that's also an exciting part for me. So while I said earlier that my purpose was to help educate every citizen out there, help them get financially independent, Old Mutual brings in so many people who want to start in this role. And as a coach, we get to empower them with skills, but also bring out their talent. And it's great when I sees where Hilton and even Shaylin, how successful they are and building a career here. Yeah. So lots of initiatives that support what we bring to Old Mutual and to the clients.
Thank you so much, Shiksha. And I know also Shaylin is also big with community services and work. So I just wanted to ask you, Shaylin, I mean, now you're part of this big green machine, definitely. You know. How do you feel about that in terms of, you know, with us going into our communities? What feedback do you get from your people with regards to Old Mutual reaching out instead of just going there to sell policies?
So thank you so much for that question. I believe that especially what we do as personal financial advisors, we are trying to engage on a personal level, right? Because if I send a client, go to the call center or go to a branch, or they miss out on the education that I can offer. So where I come from, we didn't have this financial literacy. You know, when somebody passes away in the family, everybody must come together and put money, or you must go and get a loan, because we don't see the importance of it. So because I am a product of my own circumstance, I am now empowered to be able to say to other people, listen, we don't have to live this way anymore. You know, there are other ways that we are able to manage this sort of a risk without impacting our future. And if we don't go out and encourage and motivate the masses and educate them, I mean, what's going to happen with the generations that's to come? We want to be able to build generational wealth with who we are and what we have, you know. But that's not going to start if you're waiting for, I'm going to get a better job, or I'm going to get a partner, or someone's going to... We need to be able to say to you, listen, if you have loved ones or children, or if you're the breadwinner, this is going to happen. Unfortunately, this is how life is. But this is what I can offer you. This is what Old Mutual can give you. It's not going to save that person's life, but it will be able to assist you when they are no longer there, or when they are unable to, you know, assist the family financially, you know. So for me, I appreciate the fact that I'm coming with experience that I've been through this. Yeah. It's not the first time. Listen, I've been there, I also never understood. And now I can tell you, how do we make this better? And you're not in it alone, because I am your personal financial advisor. You come to me, I want to make you feel special, because your family matters just as the next family matters, you know?
I think educating our communities is very, very, very important, you know, because it's also you coming out as that personal financial advisor, you know. You're telling the people, I'm here for you. not just for this, but for this. And you know, you've got different parts of the services that you offer. So thank you for that. It was very, very insightful. Thank you, guys. So we'll just, before we move on, please don't forget to ask those questions, and we'll get our team to respond to you. Alternatively, we'll respond at the end. Or you can reach out to Hilton.
Hilton, the go-to man.
He is.
Seems like it, eh? Just to add to what she said there, like I've met lots of clients that, let's say they're divorced, and they've got a policy where they've left it when they were married to their first wife. Now they get remarried, they redo their will. Does anyone know what a will is? It's when you write your wishes down in case you pass away, that you have a valid will to say, this is what I want to happen if I die. Now he leaves that will to his new wife, all his assets. He doesn't want to deal with the old wife anymore. He leaves it to the new wife. The will doesn't override the beneficiary that you put on that policy. The beneficiary has to change in order for the new person to get the benefit of that policy. Now, a lot of people think they write a new will, or they got these new papers, and that old thing falls away. It doesn't fall away. So you've got to understand, these are things that we bring forward to people, even at the highest level, that think they know everything, but suddenly they say, boy, we didn't know that. I say, well, that's what I'm here to do. I want to teach you what is the process and how does things work. And those kind of things are invaluable. Otherwise, the guy will pass away maybe, and the ex-wife gets the money, and the new wife gets nothing. Now, that's shocking, because they didn't understand. They were never told. That's our job. As financial advisors, we educate people to understand their situation. And that's fun to me. That is fun when I'm educating.
It's all about financial literacy.
Yeah, and we get paid for it, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
We get paid because they're looking after us also. So I'm looking after my client and I'm getting paid, which is a win-win situation at any way, at any time. It's a good business. It's the best business. You can't get a better business than this.
No, definitely. Thank you so much for that, Hilton. Really appreciate it. So we've got a number of people that are online that would love to join this organization. But before they do, they obviously want to know what our value proposition is, right? So for anyone that's joining the Old Mutual, we obviously take them through the Financial Advisors Academy, right? Now, not to put anyone on the spot, but Sizwe, can you talk us through your experience, because you also came through the academy. So talk us through what your experience and the benefits that came out of them.
Yeah, so benefits are a lot when you come through Old Mutual. The first I've already mentioned, goodwill. 179 years in the business, you know. You're bound to build some goodwill. So as you show up, whether you're a new advisor or not, they know you come from a reputable institution. So because of that, it's an added advantage if you're coming into the industry. Also, for the guys who are already established, you might come from a pop-up shop, and then you join us, then you find that more clients recognize where you come from. Not only that, they already have products there. They might not have a servicing individual from there. So it's an added competitive advantage in the field. So you're not just working anywhere, you're working at a recognized institution.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And Shiksha, because you know, Sizwe would go through the academy and then later on, you know, go through you for mentorship and guidance and all of those things. What is the importance of our new guys going through the academy in the long run?
Well, the importance is to remember that we got you, right? We have development coaches who walk the program with you. It's an intense program, intense in the sense of knowledge, growth, putting practices you've learned in class into play. But as you go through the phases, we even assign you, or you pick actually, your own business manager as a mentor. Now, in that way, you get at every opportunity to have access to senior advisors. You have access, like Cesar has spoken about, the team of specialists who are behind you. But most of all, you get to sit and practice what you've learned with every single client. Now, when I said earlier that the development coach walks with you, the development coach is even with you when you want to engage clients. So that is the biggest takeout. But I know Pamela has been through it quite vigorously as well. She's very close to it. And what do you want to share on that?
Shiksha, just to add on what you've just mentioned now, it's very important to partner for performance with our academy advisors, because we want to keep them and we want to see them grow, you know, and become like Hilton over here, be a high flyer, you know. So it's very important to hold their hands, check for understanding. Yes, there is training, but it is important for one to have a coach and check for understanding, groom you, protect you when you're meeting up with clients, because now you're learning, you're still not, there in terms of technical knowledge. So your coach will be there to co-attend your business meetings so that the support is there to make sure that your client is also given the proper advice. As much as you are still under supervision, you will be supported. And the remuneration structure, it's one of the best, I think, in the industry. We have multiple pay payments, and we've just introduced quarterly bonuses for high performers as well.
That's very interesting. So if that's not a reason for anyone out there to come and join us, sign your own big check, then I don't know what other reason is.
How hard you work is what check you take home. You're not going into a job where you're getting X amount per month and there's no real power. Yeah. Here you wake up in the morning and you have 10,000 people potentially in Gauteng to visit. Yeah. So you've got unlimited clients. Whereas when you're working in a job and you've pegged yourself at a salary, yes, if you don't want to take the risk to pump on yourself. Yeah. So in other words, that you're going to write your check. I'm going to be a success for what I do, not just working for a boss. Remember, sometimes working for a salary is a way of killing your dreams. When you work for yourself and you create your own money and your own life and your own success, the sky's the limit. But when someone says, I'll give you a nice salary, he's going to make the money and you're going to pay the salary, you're going to get the salary, but your dreams are going to die because you're not going to have that ultimate potential. So that excites me, that every morning when I wake up, who am I going to meet today? Yeah. And I've had unbelievable meetings with people. And that is what it's all about. Yes. I'm getting up in the morning to this 10, 20,000 people out there that can talk to me. Yeah. What business is better than that? It's very hard to find a better business, but you must be able to hack it. You cannot think this isn't just an easy, it's very, very hard work. And you've got to pick yourself up in the morning and go and do your thing. And the main thing is, go and visit the people. Show them what you do. The knowledge will come. Don't worry, that knowledge will come. But go and visit and sit down and have a cup of coffee with someone. Ask them questions. Do a survey of what they've got. Don't sell anything. Then they get that trust, because people are looking for people to trust.
That is correct.
If you ask everyone on the street, do you want more life cover? 99% will say no, and the 1% will say hell no. Because they don't understand the value of what we do. We are here to educate how powerful that is. So that's the enjoyment of showing people what you can't see, how powerful it is. So that once they've got that rhythm with you, you've got them for life, because they're going to look after you. Do good to others, you'll get good done to you.
Yeah. And this is that entrepreneurial spirit.
Exactly.
I mean, really, which opportunity will give you the freedom to set yourself your tasks in terms of what you want to earn. And with the academy model,
which job?
Exactly. And with the academy model, we have short-term incentives, medium-term incentives, and long-term incentives. And I think Cesar will remember when he started, those incentives is what kept him going and building his career.
Yeah. I mean, it's so structured. You start with the incentive programs, but over time, when you build a book of clients, I started with 0 clients. I have 320 clients now.
Lovely.
So remember, all of these clients, they have products and services, and because of that, my commission, it grows with my clients. So it's a great package for any advisor, whether you're starting out academy or you're established. You are in a space where you can build literally any amount of income you want.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think there's one thing that she forgot to touch on, Sizwe.
Yeah.
The academy space.
Yeah.
What else does Old Mutual offer? Is it just accreditation? Do you
No.
do you not give us any certificates or you know?
So at Academy, the nice thing about it is you start, maybe you don't know anything. There's the training parts of it. They train you about the industry, products, as well as whatever it is that you need to do. Another added bonus is over time, they give you an opportunity to earn your certifications. And the added bonus in that these things are expensive to be a professional. Old Mutual pays for that every step of the way. So you're not paying out of pocket. Yeah.
Highlight. Fantastic. Thank you so much. So we pay to get you to where you need to be and make your career a success. So thank you for that. And, you know, touching on the flexibility, I'm just going to go back to Hilton. He's more flexible. He's, you know, he likes having coffee with clients, and it's not office bound, you know, office space. So there's flexibility in Old Mutual supporting you to get to greater heights with regards to your career. So you can work anyway.
Definitely, yeah.
Make money anyway.
That's
right. Get that cheese. Anyway, it's all about the cheese.
It's all about the cheese. Eh? You get a little slice of cheese from the block. And the more pieces of cheese you get, the better you are. Exactly. It's a very simple thing. Yeah. You know, so if I've got now say 1,200 clients, and I've got 4 or 5 secretaries that are looking after me all day, every day. Yeah. You need the energy to do that. But I want to do my job and visit my people. So I always put it like this: there's a block of cheese on everything that we deal with. Yeah. Old Mutual at the end of the month takes a slice of a piece of cheese and gives it to me for looking after. And there's a slice for Old Mutual, tiny slice, that comes off for Old Mutual to run this massive, gigantic, magnificent ship. And this is a magnificent ship. I've been to everywhere. This is a magnificent place. But that little piece of cheese, if I've got 1,200 people giving me a piece of cheese, I've built an empire.
Definitely.
And the beauty of it is when I started out, most of my friends said, you can't work hard enough to get this to work. I love now telling them that where are you today and where am I today? It's not how you start, eh? It's how you finish. And look after your people. Do unto others as you want done unto yourself. And if you keep doing that every day, no, you don't stop. Every day you do that. You will, it's not a fairy tale this. This will work. And I've proved it. And I've seen the people in my industry that have done it. So you've got to do the ABC. If you can't do the ABC, this is not for you.
No, thank you. Thanks for that, Hilton. But you know, with flexibility comes a lot of responsibility. Flexibility comes with a lot of responsibility. Yeah. So I mean, you can work anywhere, you can make that money anyway, but you need to be very responsible. So with that said, Hilton, how do you manage the work-life balance?
I find for me personally, I'm not talking about everyone else. For me, the balance is a difficult thing. Why? Because of the amount of opportunity there is per day to build yourself in the business. Yes. So what I do is say, no, you can go running and you can start cycling and you can go to gym and you can I've got everything like that, all those goodies. But my priority was, when I started out, was to get this ball to become shiny and bright and powerful. It takes a lot of work. Yes. So you become a type of an animal that you see the opportunity when you wake up in the morning. Yeah. So that's why I said, should we go cycling? Not really. I'm going to go and see 4 people this morning. Yeah. So that balance is not easy, but you can have I'm not saying you can't have a balance. You can. So there are guys that every morning they will do their fitness, they will spend time with their family, they will do all these things. I've tried to do that as best as I can, but sometimes there's a price to pay. I'm not being negative now. There's a price to pay for massive, massive growth. And if you look at any industry, any businessman, if they're really successful, it's very hard to have that perfect balance. But it doesn't mean you can't have it. So it gives you an opportunity, because we're so free. I mean, I can get up tomorrow morning and say, tomorrow I'm not going to work. I will work tomorrow afternoon at 3:30. And I can do what I want during the day. No one's my boss, really. I don't have really a boss. Management try and manage me. They try. That's good. But ultimately, I know I've got to make a living and I know what to do. So I've got to do the right thing. They know I can do the right thing. Yes. But to find a proper balance, a very hard question. So I don't want to act that I know how to balance. But when it comes to this machine that we work in, best in the country. The opportunity of our business, best. In our career, best. You can't do what we can do. When you're here, you can give it a go, but not in a normal job. So you must embrace this massive, like Sylvester Stallone says, it's not how hard you can hit someone. It's how hard you can move forward while being hit. Correct. Life is going to teach you lessons. You've got to know that. Life is not, it's just a simple game. Definitely. But we've got the opportunity and the power each day. So we've got the day, and it's so important that we've got that day when we wake up to go and visit. And that's what we do. We visit.
But I think Hilton is forgetting something. It's not all work. At Old Mutual, we have a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just talking about my personal.
Definitely. It's bringing me to the next question that I was going to bring to you, Shiksha. So, I mean, it's all work. We're trying to build our careers and stuff like that. How do you, as leadership, ensure that your subordinates actually, you try and promote this perfect work-life balance?
Well, we have fun. That's one thing, and that's why I say I'm creative. I found every opportunity to recognize my team for the great work they are doing. But we also find ways to celebrate what we are doing. I think Pam has just returned from her most recent of many team buildings. I find ways of celebrating together with the calendar, for example. Nelson Mandela Day, Old Mutual's birthday, Spring Day. But we incorporate that all with the spirit of recognition, because we try and make this work a bit creative. And in creativity, you find new ways of being relevant to your clients and also different ways in which to do the business. But Pam, why didn't you invite me for the recent team building?
I'll invite you on our next
one.
Tell
us more, how did that go?
It went very well. You know, in my team, in the academy space, so we have a lot of Gen Zs, right? Yes. So I'm the Gen X or millennial, sorry. So I need to keep up with their energy. We had to go to Gold Reef City. Oh my word, what an experience. But they had fun, I had fun as well. My inner child came out. Just to add on what Shiksha mentioned, when it comes to work-life balance in the academy space or PFA as a whole, we have partnered with a company called Lighter Wellbeing, or am I correct, Shiksha? Formerly known as iCares. Life happens. Our financial advisors are human beings as well. They go through challenges. So we have made that platform available for them to help them whenever they go through challenges in life, and they don't have to pay for it. So work-life balance is very, very important. And having that conversation with your financial advisors when they're struggling personally is important.
It is very important. Thank you so much for that.
And just to add,
work hard and pay harder.
We do have, as you climb the ladder, I've been offshore on conventions with Old Mutual, fully paid, 6-star, very, very special. I would say the best offshore trips in the world. And when you reach a certain level of production, we do a thing called the top 25 offshore conventions. I've been 23 times all over the world, not paid 1 cent. So there's it's potential to reach that, where we actually have had the ultimate offshore experiences that you could never afford it yourself. What we've been through. So we've been through 6-star of the best of the best of the best all over the world. And Shiksha's seen her guys that work in her space also doing offshore conventions. So this doesn't end at a level. When you work hard, you're going to be rewarded. Remember, there's a lot of reward in this business. Not that that's the only thing that drives you, but it's a fun thing to happen. And then suddenly you find yourself climbing that ladder, and it's addictive. It's addictive to be there. So your potential is never ending from the time you wake up in the morning till you go to sleep at night.
So you must have a winning spirit.
You've got to have a winning spirit, and you've got to be able to do ABC. This it's not like an inheritance. It doesn't just get given to you. You say, I am going to fight. You know, have you ever watched Survivor? How those people survive in the most horrific conditions. But the ones that win, the ones that finish it, they are fighters. We don't give up.
Never.
The top guys and the people climbing do not give up. We might have a bad day, which everyone has, a bad day. But your chances of surviving bad days is 100% because you're here now. So whatever you've done in the last 50 years, you've survived. So your chances are 100%. It's how big do you want to go? How much fun do you want to have? That's our industry. And if you can embrace that, the sky's the limit. Literally, it's not just nonsense talk. I've seen it.
That is true. Thank you so much, Hilton. And you know, Sizwe and Shailen, to get to where Shiksha, Hilton, and Pamela are at the moment, you obviously need continuous support, right? So tell us about what support you've received so far from Old Mutual to enable you to excel in your current role.
What I personally feel when it comes to Old Mutual, it's not just a company. It has become a family for me.
Yes.
The reason why I say this is because there's always somebody that's available or that wants to make themselves available for your personal goals. So all of us here, this is our business. We just work for Old Mutual. But like everybody was saying, Hilton and Pam, that you write your own paycheck. So where energy goes, where focus goes, energy flows. So what I really like is that if I don't know everything, I know that doesn't matter whether it's somebody that's been here for 34 years or somebody that has just started, there is going to be help made available. And that gives me the confidence to say that, listen, you don't have to believe me. There's 179 years backing, showing you that this works. All I'm trying to do is to have a little portion for myself, so that I can say, and also be like Mr. Joffrey, having people work under you. Because that's what they've been giving us. They are saying, listen, you can use our badge, but this is your business. If you want to be successful, you're going to go out there every day. Like you said, every day is not going to be the same. But if you take that opportunity and say, okay, what did I learn yesterday? What can I do better? You know? So that support is great because we can be inspired by people who've been here for 34 years or somebody that has just started, and that already tells you the confidence that I have. It's not even for me. I'm standing on Old Mutual because they are the ones who will be there for me, irrespective of whether I'm doing well or whether I'm not doing well. They're going to be like, come on, what's happening? Let's help you, you know? And that's what I really appreciate about the support we get from everybody, from management, from specialists. All you need to do is ask.
That's all.
That's all.
That's all. Thank you so much.
Your pleasure.
Thank you. And Sizwe?
Yeah, Old Mutual, you get a good support structure to build a practice. Most people come in the industry not to just have a job, but a career. So for us in financial advisory, we want to build a practice. A practice is when you have clients that you service. Those clients essentially become your business. So now Old Mutual gives you that platform, of course, through their products and the services that you provide to build such a practice. Like, look at Hilton here. His practice is massive, okay? He has over $1 billion under management. Now, you look at a young guy like myself, I just started, but I have over 100 million now of assets under management. Why? Because I'm at Old Mutual. Maybe if I was elsewhere, the platform wouldn't have allowed me to build such a massive assets under management in such a short time span. So where you are does really count. And if you want to be here, it's a great place to build such a practice.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that, guys. You know, with all of that said, it's the additional support that we get, and it's the mentorship that we also receive throughout the years. So I'll pose this question to Pamela. Throughout your mentorship and your tenure with Old Mutual, have you managed to pay it forward?
Absolutely, Mbali. What I've decided to do, now I make sure that whenever one of the tertiary institutions invite us for a career day, I am there to identify 1 or 2 students, you know, to job shadow me so that they can learn about what I do. And that helps because now there's too much of youth unemployment. I hope that's the proper word. But we want to alleviate that. And it's our responsibility, you know, as managers as well, to pay it forward, to identify 1 or 2 learners that can learn from us and feed them with the knowledge that they need in order for them to succeed.
Fantastic. Thank you. And Shiksha, paying it forward, how has that made you feel?
It actually makes me feel like I'm achieving the purpose I set out to do. I mean, besides helping citizens achieve their financial dreams, I'm getting to see people like Sizwe here and Shaylin growing in this industry, making themselves financially powerful. It actually is a small tap saying you're doing the right thing and going in the right world. And I think in that way as well, Old Mutual has also given us very many platforms. Pam and I belong to the Old Mutual Women's Network, and it helps and gives us an opportunity to mentor other women in the business. And you know what? Old Mutual is really, really big. Besides being in South Africa, we are in Africa. And the amount of women out there who really, let me say, don't believe in themselves, sometimes just having a chat with them, engaging them, sharing how our day has gone or what our lifestyle looks like. It encourages them to say, I can do this as well. So it has been really empowering for me as an individual. I know I've achieved something in terms of my purpose.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, panel. As you would have heard, this is how Old Mutual helps you to write your next chapter or your next story. I mean, my panel is just fantastic, and there's like years of experience on this stage. So if you want to be part of us, like I said earlier on, there's a link that you can use that will take you straight through to our workday, and therefore after that we will obviously put you through our normal recruitment and selection process. So and with any questions that you might have, post them through the comment section. We will definitely answer them. So I just want to briefly summarize our takeaway from this discussion that we've had today. When you do join us, you'll obviously get comprehensive support and development through the academy and the infrastructure, and making positive impacts on clients' lives. That's what we are all about. We also get to have flexibility, you know, to manage your career and achieve a healthy work-life balance. Entrepreneurial freedom. That is what we are all about, you know, and growth opportunities to build a successful career under this amazing green umbrella. So if you really, really are serious about joining us and being part of the Mutualites, which we often call ourselves, please do click on that link, apply, and thank you so much for joining us. But before I let you go, I just have one last question. And I'll start with Sizwe. There are a lot of people out there that have watched this session. They don't know anything about this industry. Okay, fine, they've heard a couple of things. They want to join. They don't know where to start. How would you advise them on how to join this industry?
Great. Good thing we have a website at Old Mutual, right? So if you go through our website, you'll find a page called Workday. Go in there, go to My Career. There's ample vacancies over there, but if you're looking for the right one, it's called Commissioned Financial Advisor. So you go through that and you apply. Next thing you know, you could be here with us.
Fantastic. Okay, awesome. And how did you join? Did you also use Workday?
Yes, I did.
Fantastic. And how was that process?
The process for me was very efficient. And that's one thing that I've learned about Old Mutual is that as much as they've been around for 179 years, you'd think that we're still writing on paper, having a filing cabinet and all of that. Yeah. And with the growth that we've made and the advancements in the technology that we use, it's so astonishing because we are there with the clients. We were trying to make their lives easier because technology is improving every day. And Old Mutual also sees the need to have their systems in place for that. So I really enjoy the fact that, like you mentioned earlier, with that support, doesn't matter whether it comes from management, whether it comes from, the people that I work with, my other colleagues, there are always measures in place to protect us and to protect the clients at the end of the day.
That is true. Thank you so much for that. And Shiksha, on your side, I want to join your team so bad.
Well, you're welcome to join. Thank you. We have lots of fun and we do work. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. There is so much more that Old Mutual has to offer. And there's so many incentives, opportunities, and different ways of doing work. Yeah. We're ready for you. All you have to do is go to the website, like Cesar has said, click on careers, and have a conversation with us.
Fantastic. In Hilton, I want to join Old Mutual, and I want to be under your guidance. What are the few words of encouragement
your
that you can give?
start off would be, as she says on the websites, yes. I still like my Koki pen and my paper because I've been here for so long. And they discuss that with me a lot, but I still like
me also.
My piece of paper. I want to write on it with a Koki. I don't have, my secretaries look after all my laptops and all my things. But first of all, you've got to make the step. In life, you've got to make a decision in your life. What do you want from life? My advice is write down all the stuff that you want in the next 3, 6, 9 years. What do you want in life? Because when you know what you want, it's a start, and you write it with a piece of paper in a book. You write it down, because writing down is better than thinking. Yeah. Okay, writing it down puts it in writing. It's a commitment that you can do something in your life, and it all starts with you. What do you really want? Write it down. And let's get a goal for you. Because remember, you've only got X amount of years on this world. Yeah. There's going to come a time when you go. So while you're here, let's see what we can get out of this and how much fun we can have. So number one, write it down. You can go on the websites, as they say. You can find out how to join. You can find out. And then, of course, it's just the ABC that will get you to where you want to go. Don't let anyone ever bring you down. Don't let anyone ever tell you bad things about you, and don't deal with negative people. Yeah, the naysayers, that's not most of the world. They're not getting anywhere. They're losers. Okay, you only deal with the sun, and you deal with the positive things in life, and you learn that. So you want to join Old Mutual. I want to make a career here. Give it a go. What have you got to lose? There's nothing to lose. I started out here from a motorbike accident I had, and it was like total fluke that I got in here in 1991. But that was how I just joined, and I grew and grew and grew. Yeah. But what do you want? Make sure you're clear in what do you want to do with the next 3, 4, 5 years of your life, or 6 years, or 8 years. Because once you're in here, you will keep growing on this business if you enjoy it. Look, I don't know, you might not enjoy the business, but if you want to come, do the basics, set your goals. Don't talk to negative people. Yeah. Do not. Yeah. Because remember, negative people suck from you and take all your energy. Yeah. You only want to deal with positive people, and I don't look at the clouds. I look at the sunlight every morning. Yeah. And you'll have your bad days. Nothing wrong. You go off track, your wheels spin in the mud, just how fast you get back on the road. Yeah. Don't stay in the mud. The mud has its place, but it's not to stay there. So life, generally, people are negative. You're changing from today. No more. You will be positive, and you will put yourself in the right positions for your growth. Because remember, unless you're overflowing like Oprah says. Unless you're overflowing, you can't give. You must be overflowing. Get yourself in that position. Deal with the right people. And make your life something for you first. And after that, you can see how your life will progress. But the industry is waiting for you.
That's right.
We are here. It's a never-ending source because people are being born every day. It never ends. It never ends. Every day someone is born and every day someone needs you. So that's my advice.
And that blank check is waiting for you as well.
Yeah, you write your own check.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes, before I go to Pam.
Before you go to Pam and save the best for last, like I really appreciate what Mr. Hilton just said, because in this job, in this space, not only in sales, you need to have a positive mindset because you're on the road by yourself. You're going to be dealing with rejection half of the time. And if you start focusing and thinking that you are the problem, it's going to affect not only your confidence, but your money as well. And that is why I love the fact that we have so much support. Going on team buildings, having these, conferences, just so that we can also debrief. Because if you surround yourself, like Mr. Hilton said, with a negative energy, your thoughts will run there immediately when you are rejected. And then you're going to say, oh, this job is not for me. I can't do this. But if you surround yourself with people who are solution-based, when you wake up in the morning, you're going to say, listen, yesterday was a bad day, but how are we going to make this better today?
It's a new day. It's a new day. Remember, yesterday is dead. Tomorrow never comes. You've got today.
That's correct.
So if you work properly for the day, you do your best, tomorrow will be a new day.
Definitely.
But if you keep doing that, you will be successful.
Yeah.
No fairy tale here.
And you need to do what others can't so that you can do what others can't,
Yes.
You need to be able to...
Yes.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, we do what others won't do.
We do what others won't do so that we can love how others can't.
That's exactly.
Right.
Well done.
That's
Thank
very
you.
Well done.
Thank you. And then Pam?
Right. If you're ready to do great things, come and join Old Mutual Personal Finance and write Africa's next chapter.
Thank you once again, everybody, for joining us. And I'll also like to thank my beautiful and experienced panel. We'd like to ask you to just go back to Workday, click on that link, create that profile, and apply for a role that will assist you in becoming one of South Africa's greatest financial advisors, like Hilton. So with that said, we have written our story. It's been 179 years in the making. I'd like to hand over to Hilton, who will advise you on how you can be a part of writing that story and joining us for 180 years. Thank you.
It's just a pen. If you don't just do it, nothing's going to happen. Be part of the next 190 years, 180 years, being part of the greatest industry in the world. I want you to have fun, join the team, get onto that website. We'll see you there.